All right, so we are back with episode, I believe, 4 of the Georgia Southern College Football Dynasty. Sorry that I left y'all hanging. Honestly, so much has happened since the first couple of uploads. And by that, I don't mean anything like life crazy, but my friends got the game and we were doing the Dynasty, so that's really fun. And then as we're going into the second season, I was like, you know what? This would be a really cool video idea. So you will be seeing that soon on the channel, but right now we're going to keep pushing forward with Georgia Southern. But I got some ideas, I got some stuff I want to try, so hopefully y'all like it. The video structure will be kind of different in certain videos, so I just hope that it's all fun. I usually cut this out, but I actually want to go over recruiting. I just enjoy it, but I'll make sure to go ahead and put a timestamp so that you can skip if you don't want to see this part. But I enjoy it. I enjoy trying to, that whole favorite part of playing these games is the team building aspect, and this is a part of the team building aspect. So I'm going to be showing the recruiting a little more. I will say I'll try to keep it short. Also, when I did this recruiting board, I didn't really know too much about the game at the time. So I will be going through this and reevaluating stuff, and I'll let you know as I make changes. I'm going to be mostly probably quiet and paying attention, so I'll just cut to when I'm talking about something relevant. So let's just go ahead and do the recruiting before we get into our game against FCS Southeast, I believe. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. All right, so one thing I'm learning really quickly as I'm looking at the recruiting board is that I used a lot of points, and in the dynasty that I have with my friends, we are a 3-star team, so the hours are obviously more. And I'm thinking about the hours I was putting on those players. It doesn't require that same amount of time for these smaller players. And I say that only because the schools that are recruiting them are generally smaller. And then if the bigger school are looking into getting any of these players, they're more than likely focused on the 4-star recruits, maybe even 3-star recruits in our case. So I think that is where I don't have to put 50 hours on everybody, and therefore I won't have so many blank spots in my board as far as people not getting hours. I think that's how I'm gonna do it. I know a lot of the money has been, or hours have been spent on recruiting as well, like scouting. So I'm going to kind of finick with this a little bit, but I am seeing the flaw of my ways, and maybe that's the problem for going in blind. But I'm gonna fix it up, and then we're gonna go over those changes. All right, so I've updated my scouting. There's still some players that don't have points, but that's fine. So essentially what I did, and I'll just kind of go through the positions just to make it quicker, but essentially what I did was I went through the entire board, moved players in, took players out. I took out anybody that I was kind of 5th and lower as far as their top schools. I just felt as though it was too much ground to make up. And speaking of too much ground to make up, even if I was in their top 5, but I felt as though a lot of scouting hours needed to be put into them for me to even have a chance, I took those players out. And then I also just did some like position optimization. So essentially I just kind of looked between two guys and was like, okay, who has the better catching, who has the better pass rush, things like that, and kind of refined my board according to that. So as we go through the positions, I have 2 quarterbacks. I'm pretty out on this quarterback. Like I'm pretty sure, as you can tell, but I do plan on kind of going back and see if I can get him. But I think I'm closer on this quarterback because scouting for him really hasn't started yet. Well, not scouting, but recruiting. As you see, UCF is at the top, but it's not like they're just leaps and bounds. So I know I said I took out anyone else 5th and below, but I felt like this can be made up. And I actually, now that I think about it, I probably will maybe alter the points a little more to be able to give him some. And we'll worry about scouting him maybe a little later, but I just kind of want to get my name in a running. For running backs, I have 1 running back. He was the best running back kind of available for recommended. I haven't scouted him, as you see, but I only had 5 points left, and I like our running backs. And I think we're going to be able to have him for another year or so. So I'm not too, gung-ho on making sure that I get a running back. But like I said, highest available. We were the number 1 team for him, so what I did was just do the social media. For fullback, I didn't get any fullback. For wide receiver, this is where I spent a lot of time, and I'll probably talk about it, or maybe you'll see a video of layover or something. But this is one of the positions where I looked at and kind of just dimmed it down. I felt like I had a lot of guys on this list. I don't need that many, so I kind of just said, okay, who am I further on? who has better scouting, who has better stats. And as you see, all these guys are scouted. The only one that's not scouted is this guy, and I will get some points to him. But as you see, we're number 1, so I'm pretty comfortable. Even if we lose that lead, I'll be able to come back. The only reason I have him on here is because I felt as though I have a 5'11", and then I have one 6-foot guy, and it's not like he's a star. He's not bad, but it's not like he's a star. Do I expect this guy to be much better? Not really, as you can tell by their ranks, their national ranks, or their ranks in general. But I do want to see, just because I would like to have another 7 or 6-foot guy in there. Tight end, I think I'm still in a running for him. I haven't decided. I didn't want to lose him off my board, but I haven't decided what I'm going to do exactly there. Tackle, the biggest one is Akeem Peace. I was looking on the board and I saw that we were second. So I see that UCF is really close, but I think if I alter some points around, because I'm looking and paying attention now that I'm talking about it, I think that I should try to put more points into him because UCF is really close. But he would be huge for us. As you see, he's 2,300 in the nation. That would be a huge pickup for us to get a 2-star recruit like that. A pass protector, which we run an air raid, so it works out. For guards, I don't have any points on them. I was just grabbing them. I need guards. I realized I didn't have many. The one that might come out, as you see, is probably RJ Bickley, just because we're pretty far and I don't want to use that much scouting, especially when I'm way closer here, even though I'm 5th. This one I felt as though if I like him and scout him, I could probably put him higher. And then right guard, same as earlier. I feel as though that's easy ground to cover. And then this guy we're number 1 with, so. Overall, I think we just have a chance with a lot of our guys. This one I might just take out just because we have so many options. And it's not like this guy was much worse than him, or neither this guy. So really, it's just these two I'll be focusing on. And even between these two, I might spend more time on Angel Shermer. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Center, I just added one center. I think we're really close. Yes, we're going against big schools, but I feel as though if I put the points in that they're more than likely not going to put in, I should be able to get them. Defensive end. With defensive end, I think, as you see, he's a gem, so I'm going to continue putting up points. We're fighting FIU and FAU, but he's from Georgia, so I think we should be able to get him. Defensive tackle, this guy, I probably should put more points into him. I think I have him coming on a visit, yeah. So that's kind of where my points went with him, and I just put 5 just to kind of hold my position. But then we have Torrey and Drew. I think that, once again, the bigger school is going to be focused on other recruits. I have the chance to maybe put some points on here and be able to kind of get ahead of them, especially early in the season. Because what happens is the bigger teams, bigger schools, as they get later to their season, they miss out on certain guys, so then they double back. And they have all this time to put into these recruits. So it's better for the small school to put in the recruiting early. Outside linebacker. Here, I might take this guy out. In fact, I probably will, because this guy's not far off, and this guy's much better as far as national rank, and we're number 1. So I'll go ahead and take this guy off. So see, I'm still optimizing my board. I took all the points off him just because we're so far ahead. I will double back, but he's coming for a visit, as you can tell. So I really just wasn't too interested in putting points on him right now. This guy we're first, and even if we lose position, I think enough points will be able to put him back. He might have been bad. I see that I only scouted him 80. He's not horrible. I don't know why I didn't finish scouting him, but I probably will. Corner is huge because we have some big prospects here. We have Doug Bobo, who we're number 1 with. I think that's huge. As you can tell, we're going against UAB, but also Florida State, Auburn, Kennesaw State, Georgia, Troy to an extent. I mean, Troy's kind of on our level, but Auburn, Florida State, and Georgia are the 3 big ones. So for us to be ahead, they're probably focused on other recruits. So I had to make sure I get a lot of ground early, get a good head start. All right, before I backed out by accident, I just want to put the points in to maybe possibly get a real good lead, and I'll probably next week take all the points back and put it maybe towards Bobo. Now we have DeMontre Capra, who I think enough points on him should probably get us in a good spot. Duke has the ability to be able to catch up to us quickly, but once again, put in the work early in the season, I think will benefit us. This guy, I saw that we were high. He's a pretty decent recruit, and I saw that we're kind of still in the mix, even though I haven't done anything. Now, granted, he's a transfer, so I believe probably North Carolina State may get the what's it called, preference over that. as far as, you know, they have the time spent, and maybe he's someone that they'll look to, as they're not probably looking to bring in as many freshmen every year. So I do have to kind of think about that, but I don't think it's that in depth. I don't know. And then we have Braylon Carlisle, just number 1 already. So as you see, no scouting, no anything. I'll probably need to double back and see what's going on here. All right, and so for strong safety, the biggest one really, I mean, we have Terrell Kindred, who I think, you know, we're in the running, but I'm really putting all my eggs into Sterling Harris. I only got 25 here. I might need to up that because Georgia is right on our tail. But as you see, they're declining, so maybe they're focused on other recruits. But if we can get him, that would be tremendous. And then I don't think I got any kickers or punters or athletes. So let's go ahead and get into the game. And it didn't really work. So one thing I've noticed, I thought maybe I might need to change the sliders a little bit, but as playing in another dynasty, it felt as though once you play the good teams, like it's a big difference. And I think that is where I will probably hang back on the sliders until I play a big team to kind of see what's going on. But yeah, I quickly realized playing the big teams, you definitely see the difference. So you may not see the difference with the smaller teams, but with a team like, you know, I played Cal in that dynasty, and a team like Cal going against the Clemsons, who were unstoppable, Wisconsin when I made it to like a bowl game, which, you know, I'll talk about that in that video, but it was a lot. So playing here, and I wouldn't say it's easy, but understanding that it may not be that difficult, I get it, especially considering the teams we're playing. It's not like they're that great. I mean, we're not great either, but at least I'm user controlled, and I feel like that's how the mechanics of the game is working. It's a lot for us as well, especially when in between the tackles. And I tried to pitch it. How did he fumble?
Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you.
How did he fumble? I've been trying to pitch it, so when he didn't pitch it, I just assumed he was down. I didn't realize it. Can I challenge it? I can't even. Oh, I can. I'm gonna challenge it. This is the first challenge on the channel. I got no indication that he fumbled until he was already on the ground. Like, he's literally on the ground. So I would like to see. Okay, hold on. Yeah, what? He's literally down. It won't let me pause it. I'm going to pause it as soon as the game starts. As soon as play starts. I literally can't pause the game right now. I'm literally pressing the button and it won't let me pause the game. It's because they know they were cheating. And now I can't look at the play. But if I'm not crazy, he was definitely down. The defense has been holding up for us. I mean, I'm thankful because on that other dynasty, and I'm sorry to keep talking about it, but on that other dynasty, the defense is horrendous, and I'm trying to fix it. I wish I recorded the first season, but I honestly wasn't thinking. It wasn't until the beginning of our second season where I thought recording might be a good idea. Let's see if I can get this pick, and we are able to get the pick. Number 5 has a lot of picks for us. He's going to, well, I tried to make the return, but it is what it is. All right. As I was saying, having a good defense here as number 5 gets the pick for us is very, very, you know, I love it. This is warranted because that was stressful. Just playing with a bad defense like that, you can't stop them. I don't know what it is. I know a lot of people talk about how good the game is, and for me, I wasn't one of those people, and I might have said this in the video, I wasn't one of those people to say, oh, I'm only going to, I wasn't one of those people that really harp on the gameplay. I was more so, look, bring the nostalgia back. We'll worry about the gameplay after. And I still feel that way. But the way the defense is in this game, it's not good. And I hope they fix it. I've heard rumors about patches. Nothing was concrete. Nothing I saw was, like, definite. So we'll wait and see. But, yeah, it's needed. All right, 2nd and 8. Let's see if we can make something happen here. I see that Arnold has a good matchup. And I'm assuming if he can create some space, that would be big for us. In fact, I'm not even going to try. We're going to try this. I'm not going to have him go straight because he may not be faster. But with the green matchup, okay, it didn't work. It didn't work. With the green matchup, I was hoping that he would be able to create separation, but like obviously you don't want to confuse separation with speed, so that's why I didn't want to have him on that go route, but it didn't matter because one, he didn't get open, and two, I got sacked. Well, almost got sacked. All right, let's see. 3rd and 8. We need it. There we go. Good throw. Good throw. Touchdown. That's touchdown. Burgess has been huge for us this season. What a throw to go ahead and put us up 6-0. Hopefully we go ahead and make the extra point. My field goal kicking has been horrendous. So hopefully we can get something here. But what a throw by our quarterback. I forgot was it Dexter Williams, I believe. Great throw. What's our quarterback name? See, I feel so out of touch. Like I haven't been playing this dynasty like I should have. Yeah, it is Dexter Williams II. The quarterback drops back. That's a pick. I wish it was a user pick, but it was not. Number 11. Can he make it? He's getting hawked down. What a juke move! Oh my God, he's down at the 1. I wonder if I should have took the tackle. I wonder if I should have took the tackle head on and maybe like powered my way to the end zone. I don't know. I was pretty far back. I think that was the right move to juke, but unfortunately he was not able to get the pick 6. But it's fine. We got Jalen White to go ahead and cash it in for us. We are up 13-0. I think this is a game we can put away. I'm not gonna sit here and keep y'all if I know I could put this game away. Just make sure that you pay attention, but also okay. And I hate that I have to. That's the one thing about tackling in this game. I'll see if I can show you. But if I don't hit stick, I won't get the tackle. I won't get the initial tackle. I'll get thrown off the ball carrier. So that part sucks. All right, let's see if we can get another turnover here, or at least stop it and force them to go to 4th down. That would be huge for us. They're going to go to the back. Oh, I definitely thought they were going to go to running back because I didn't have anybody guarding him. All right, another thing I've learned since playing this game, it is hard to stop roughing the kicker. So what I like to do is choose the edge guy and control him. And if I don't feel like trying to block it, I'll just move him. Because if you don't, it'll get roughing the kicker. And it feels like every time, but in reality, it's probably in pivotal moments. It definitely feels like it happens in pivotal moments. That's a good play right there. Oh, he caught it. Usually, that's the thing. Usually, if I press triangle and they try to high point the ball, they drop it. So the fact that he held on to that is huge. All right, we're moving down the field. Hopefully, we can go ahead and get a score and really put this away. I mean, like I said, I don't want to be here too long. There we go. Tyler Fromm. I wonder if he's related to Jake Fromm. That's the only time I've heard of that name was Fromm from Jake Fromm. And then considering Tyler goes to touchdown, considering Tyler goes to Georgia Souther, I would feel like there has to be some relation, right? I would think so. But touchdown. Jalen White, as you know, he has been huge for us, as I talked about at the top of the game. Not really for us in this game, as most of his touches has been goal line touches, but hey, efficient. I haven't had to retry 3 or 4 times to get it in. One thing I've learned about this game, playing in the other dynasty, is really just it's difficult when you play better teams to understand, because there's so many formations. And there's so many plays that can be ran out of certain formations that it's tough to judge whether or not, to sell out for the run or whatnot. Personally, I think that you just have to do it. I know it sounds crazy, but I feel like you just have to. If you think it's a run, then play the run. If you're trying to be like, well, it could be a pass, so I'm gonna do this, it's gonna burn you every time. So that's pick. I'm putting this game away. I'll see y'all at the end of the game. What? Number 11 again. DeAndre Morris with a pick 6. He was unable to get it the first time. Gets it the second time. Doing the gritty. Georgia Southern up 27-0. Unfortunately, it's against a team that really, it doesn't matter, but it's good to get the morale high. I think I have some players at this game. Maybe not. Maybe it's next game. I don't know. But either way, you're glad to see yourself up 28-0. All right, so for the sake of your time and mine, I was thinking that if I go up 35-0 before halftime against a team that I would say we're expected to beat, is it okay if I super sim? I'm going to do it this time. If you don't like it, if you want to see the whole gameplay, then let me know. But I know it's YouTube. I know everybody doesn't have hours to spend watching someone play one game, especially I'm up 35-0. But if you want to see it, then let me know. But I'm definitely just going to super sim, and we'll move on to the next game, and I'll update you on the recruiting for next week. So somehow, before the half even ended, FCS Southeast scored twice. They scored twice. Let me pause real quick. And then, since halftime, as you could tell, we have not been able to score. So what I hopped in because I thought they had the ball, but I hopped in, and what I'm going to do is I might have to score again. Whether it's a field goal, touchdown, don't matter, but I might have to score again before we can super sim, because that was ridiculous. And I think I gave it back. Oh, thank God. All right, let's see if Jalen White can give us something real quick to hopefully really put this game away. It's on. Oh, there we go. There we go. He breaks a tackle. He's going to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Jalen White. What a run. That is probably his best run of the year so far. And it came at a time where we unfortunately needed it because the Pandas were looking to make a comeback. Now I think I could super sim and safely get out of here. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Thanks to Jalen White though, because without him, I don't know, because that was a big run. Good broken tackle there, and then at that point it was just a foot race. So up 44-24, I think it's safe to say, but you never know with EA Super Sim. So after only scoring 13 points in the second half, after putting up 35, they had to score 30 at the end of the game. Because it was 24 literally until like 2 seconds left. Either way, the point is, Jalen White, big game, 4 touchdowns and only 10 attempts. We were able to close this game out fairly early. The Super Sim allowed them to kind of come back, but I hopped in, saved the day. So now we move on to the next game.